Hi, I'm Ken Krell. Speakers, authors, coaches, thought leaders come to me to discover how they can take their current position and turn it into high-powered, high-profit, transformational digital events. I can do the same for you too. You're about to watch an excerpt of one of our online events that I think you may find very powerful. After that, I'll meet you and we'll talk about it.
In my first two events, so a little bit of background, I'm total introvert. I used to have to speak to 70 people in the company I was working and for 4 minutes every month. And it was like the most dreadful experience. I would sweat, I would prepare for an hour. I would have it printed out as well as the digital version, and when I did my first summit, I was a deer caught in headlights completely. It was like, thank you very much, speaker, and here's the next speaker kind of thing. I didn't even introduce myself properly or anything.
Yeah.
And when I basically talked about how this was my first event and I was introverted and like trying to break out of my shell, so to speak, and the support that came in from the attendees, the messages that they sent in the chat, what they said afterwards was just amazing, the amount of support that I was receiving.
Oh my gosh.
I completely, it just being that vulnerable and laying it on the line. I mean, laying it down and saying, hey, openly, I am new at this and I am trying to do this, will get you so many more fans than if you're going, I'm panicking, I don't know what to do, and trying to be professional when you're not there yet, kind of thing.
They can see it. They can, I mean, you know how animals can know that you're afraid? Your audience sees it. And by the way, just to be clear, you're probably going to say or do something stupid during your event. You'll probably botch a word or say something that may inadvertently offend somebody or whatever. You're human. It's going to happen. So just acknowledge it, apologize or whatever, and go on. People will forgive you. You've earned that. So it's okay. I mean, obviously you want to be as politically correct as you can be and so on, but every now and then you're going to say or do stuff that's like, oh, I didn't mean that, but you said it. Okay, clean it up. Let it be okay. I mean, I am the king of screw ups. I did something so stupid the other day, horrible, but I called the person, I apologized, and you go through it. It's like just you're in family. In your family, there's going to be something that goes wrong. Someone's going to misunderstand something. It happens. So don't worry about perfection because there is no such thing. The best event is the one where everyone's just finally having a good time and they're real. I said, it's just even colloquialisms. You may be fine with it in your universe, but someone in your audience may misunderstand it. And that's also why you have a team behind you that can manage the chat, keep tabs on the audience temperature. And if there's something you need to address, they'll tell you. It's like, Ken, you need to clean this up. People misunderstood, just like you did. When I said I call people out, I don't call them out in a negative way. You clarified it. And you're going to want someone on your team to be able to do that. So that way, if there is a misunderstanding, I mean, at the end of the day, the message that you give to your audience is, if it's not understood properly, it's your fault. That's kind of the tenets of neuro-linguistic programming. So if they don't understand it, it's not that they're stupid, it's that you are. It's that you said it in a way that they didn't get it. They're not stupid. Your message wasn't clear. So having someone on a team that's going to keep tabs on the audience, either in the chat or I have a coach. I bring on coaches that actually work with everybody in my audience. I get 15 minutes with a coach. I pay for it so that way there's extra value added. And the coaches are able to report back to me, Ken, you weren't clear about this. There was a confusion here or whatever. Clean that up. And I can do that in real time. Just as I used to do in a physical event, like during a break or someone would bring me a note, they don't get this, Ken, then I can clean that message up. And you're going to need to do that. It's just typical, right? That's why I love live so much, because certainly in a 3-day not a fulfillment event, a 3-day sales event, effectively. So an enrollment event is what we call it. So, because my objective typically is to sell something from the stage, sell whatever that happens to be. In my case, it may be my Safari program, it may be something else. The end result, I call it Rome. All roads lead to Rome. It's to that end. So you got to make sure the audience falls in love with you, right? And knows where they're going and has a clear vision of what they're getting. If they don't understand your offer, they're never going to buy. And that's the biggest thing, is making sure that message is clear, because if they don't have any concept of what's included, likelihood is they're not going to give you any money. They don't see the value proposition. You may be so clear, or think you're clear, but if your message isn't, you wasted your time. So that's really what I want people to understand. It's that clarity, and having someone on your team to be the person that will tell you, Ken, or whomever, that was as clear as mud. What happened there? You better clean that up. And that's also why I recommend doing like a 3-day event, because on day 2, you make your offer. On day 3, you clean it up on day, or clarify or whatever. It's not always that you clean it up, but you clarify. There's always going to be someone who didn't listen or who wasn't there. They need to hear it again anyway. So you have another bite at the apple. So that's one short taste of how you can use the power of digital events to help people transform their lives and find a new way to live. Want to learn how you can put it to use in your own business? Well, stick with me for the Digital Events Essentials Plan. It's called DEEP. It'll take you through how you can plan, produce, and profit from your own online events. It's pretty great, it's pretty free, and I think you'll like it pretty much. So come join me. Click the link either in the description below or somewhere on this video itself, and we'll take you over there. It's completely free. I think you're going to love it, and it will give you the plan you need to plan, produce, and profit from your own digital events.